Right, here we go. Got these two. Granite's probably quite popular at the minute, isn't it, with the new version out. So this is like this is the original one, I suppose. Well, not the original one, but you know what I mean. Not the current one, the one before. So it's the 3S BLX. But it's got a middle diff in it, so I'll try and show you. Oh, hopefully you can see. So I've got a net on it now to stop this grit going in, because the grit doesn't agree with the plastic drive shaft, so I've put a net on, which has been dead good actually, just a cheap one. But you can see there, look, I've got a middle diff, and it's an Aliexpress housing, which is all metal. So instead of it being like a plastic housing with the metal motor mount, a lot of these Chinese ones tend to be all metal. So that's what that is. So it's an all metal. But what happened is the Aliexpress diff that came with it was great for 3 or 4 batteries, but then I don't actually know what it's called, like the diff output, the bit that connects to the drive shaft, sheared off. And before I realised that you could just buy a replacement one of those for about £2, I went on Jenny's RC and bought a proper Arrma one. So it's got an Arrma middle diff now, out of a Mojave, which I think is about 1 million weight, so it's a lot stiffer. So it's a lot stiffer in the middle now than it was with the Aliexpress one. I also realised that these holes line up with the diff. So this car's been out years, hasn't it? I mean, this one I've got is 2 or 3 years old. You know, original BLX one. And so even when they made this, they were obviously planning to launch the, don't quite feel right. They were obviously planning to launch the what's going on with this? They were obviously planning on launching. Everything turned up. 50%, look. They were obviously planning on the throttle would have been knocked down to 50%. They were obviously, that's better. They were obviously planning on maybe doing the diff as an upgrade, because you know, why else were they putting little holes in a plastic chassis 4 or 5 years before the V2.5 Outcast 4S's were launched? They're the ones that first had a middle diff in, if you remember, that are compatible with this 3S version. You know, they were still, well, don't know what I'm on about, but you know what I'm saying. They were obviously planning in some way, either as an aftermarket part or as a, you know, upgrade to do the middle diff. And here we are 4 or 5 years later, and of course these things now come with a middle diff if you buy the 223S version. But why would you? Because if you've got one of these with the BLX system, frankly they're a lot faster. So yeah, so this is now running a Arrma middle diff, whereas before it had a Chinese middle diff. Which is now secured there and there as well. So before it was not secured there, because I didn't realise that they lined up, but who knows? Who knew, sorry, that it would have worked, and it does. Great truck. And absolutely no reason to buy the 223S when you can just yeah, it's got a few upgrades, hasn't it? I watched some good reviews on it over the weekend. But I also watched Derby City RC, or Derby City RC, because he's American, so maybe he doesn't say Derby. Steering's completely gone. And he just sort of did a similar thing. Here we go, stones come out. He'd just done a similar thing in his Vortex, put middle diff in it, and was saying how great it was. And I thought, yeah, do you know what? I agree, because I've done similar in my little Granite. So 1 million weight in the middle on this, as per the 4S versions, which I think have a 1 million weight, or might even be 5 million. It's heavy. It has a heavy. The 4S V2.5s, the ones that have the middle diff, have a very heavy diff fluid, whereas the new 223S ones, I think, are 100,000 weight from when I looked over the weekend. So this has got a much more stiff diff in it. And I also turned the punch up as well. Punch was dead low, which I may or may not have done in the last video, I don't know. But anyway, the diff is full on this. Full, not diff. Punch is full. Punch is full. Right, let's get in position, because I can't see what I'm doing. Oh. Wow, must have just touched that. Just made it roll off. Flies nice, doesn't it? Does fly nice. Oh, come unplugged. Oh. But yeah, what a great truck. What a great truck. Say it every time, don't I, with this one. Got 650 quid's worth of Notorious parts over there. First thing I want to run is the Granite. There we go. Zip it back up. So yeah, I bought this net because constantly carving through plastic drive shafts with this gravel. So what I used to do was use metal middle drive shafts, but that's a pain because you have to like cut them to fit and Dremel them down and all that sort of stuff. So I thought, do you know what, I'll buy a net. It's been alright on the Max. I bought a Dusty Motors one for the Max, and it's been really good. Stop all the dirt going in. Keeps them a lot cleaner inside as well, a lot more, you know, a lot more pleasant. And obviously plastic drive shafts are a lot cheaper. Weigh a lot less as well, I'd imagine. Probably got a bit less mass going on, a little bit less, you know, force rotating in there. Which may or may not be a help. When I accelerate, the steering pulls to one wet side. That's why I'm not quite hitting the ramp. I just need to get my... What's it doing? I've still got this like cold or flu or whatever, so maybe that's making me a shit driver, I don't know. See what I mean? It's not that hard to line this up, you'd think, but for some reason I can't. Come on. Oh. Kind of. Suspension's great on it, isn't it? It's the rear the rear shocks are off an EXB 6S, so they should be, shouldn't they, really? My God. They should be able to deal with the weight of this thing. Right, the steering is pulling to the left when I accelerate, so I'm just going to bring it back to the right a little. And hopefully we'll be able to line it up. That's better. That's a lot better. Right. Now get a bit of speed on it. Not sure what I wanted to do there. It's kind of in two minds. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? Bimbles along, doesn't it? Right, let's bring it down a bit. It's a bit vertical. There we go. Mind her out the way. Oh. Losing a lot of its power going up. What? I suppose that's the only downside of the little trucks, isn't it? Is that you can see it struggling over there when it's like bouncing around. They're just which is nothing really. Nothing there holding that. Here we go. Oh, you bitch. Oh. I saw Kenny do getting his to flick his 1, 2, 3 S's, whatever the hell they're called, 3, 2, 1 S's. Nice. Not so nice. Well saved. All day, innit? All day with this. Don't know what that was. Quite a few. Probably a double. Just a very messy one. Go for a triple. I'll be honest with you, that was just full trigger and see what happens. One more big one. Got to be a triple. Right, that was ace. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Nothing's broke. Oh, cheap as chips. What can you say? Just mega, innit? Be rad. That's what I say. Be rad. Right, onto this one. Oh, it's on. Oh God. Bit faster. Now then, it made such a lot of horrible noise the other week that I thought it sounded like there was no oil in the diffs. So I took them apart and had a look, and there was very little oil in the diffs, but it's got a limited slip diff in the middle, which I don't know a lot about. I know a little bit about them in normal cars, but not in RC cars. And I know this is a comes with 100,000 weight middle diff. Now I'm just going to try and prove a point here, because there we go, look, that was my point. So anyway, so it has 100,000 weight in the middle, but it's got a limited slip diff. So does it really need thick diff oil when it's got a limited slip diff? And now I was thinking probably not, but I didn't have any 100,000 weight. I only had 500,000, so it's got 500,000 in the middle now, and an EXB limited slip diff. So I don't know if that's going to do anything horrible to it. I don't know. I need to research it. Obviously, I could just take the 500,000 out and put 100,000 in if it doesn't need it, but I just don't know if that affects. If anyone knows, just put it in the comments, because I don't know. But it just sounds so metallic, which I'm not sure if my little camera is picking up, but it's just got a very metallic sound to it, which the Traxxas's don't have, and Traxxas's don't have. Basically, anything else I've ever driven doesn't have this kind of metallic sound, but I'm not too worried. But okay, so I thought the Granite was good, having just driven it, and then you drive this, the difference is night and day. This thing has such a weight to it, and such a lot of power compared to the little Granite, which is wicked. But this thing, oh my god. What can you say? So I pushed the punch up a little bit, because I think it came on about a 7 out of 9. It's now on 9, and I've firmed up the middle diff. And rebound the controller, because you may have heard me saying it wasn't exactly that linear before, but it was a brand new, not linear, progressive, whatever it is. It wasn't very smooth, but the battery was also brand new, so I had brand new battery, you know, punch was a bit lower, so just basically redid everything, rebound the transmitter, set my throttle and all that stuff, topped up the middle diff, and it's an absolute beast. Dare I say it, you can tell why it's double the price of a Granite. The acceleration there, just before I hit that ramp, is incredible. So I obviously have to line it up as best I can, and then just as I get close to it, I give it a little bit of a nudge, and the response is unbelievable. And I guess that's from about a foot away from the tip of that ramp. I'm just giving it a little bit of a squeeze of throttle, and the responsiveness is incredible. That was nasty. Notice the shell hasn't come off. Can't hear the fans. Remember last time it got red hot. Disconnection. Yeah, stopped again, look. For some reason. Hello. Got a visitor. Yeah, the fan wire's broke. Look at that. It's crap, innit? and it would be the wire side off the ESC, wouldn't it? ESC one's on, that one's not. It's quite hot. We'll just go a little bit longer. Just realised then that lovely dog might have been behind me just before I hit the ramp. Just aborted mission. Right, so fans broke on the motor. So that's not good. Neither's this. What's happened here? Strange. Not sure what's happened there. I mean, the motor's warm, but it's not too warm. It's like the motor wires come out. Ah, there we are, look. Motor wires come out. See down there? Now, because of this silly clip system, you've got to like, oh, what a nuisance. So obviously, can you see they're clipped in, so unless you can get to them, which I don't seem able to. Don't know how much of this you can see, but basically the motor wires have come out, and because they're clipped in here, which I think is a screw, I can't lift them up to reattach them. So that's annoying. But anyway, what with the fan breaking, I don't really want to, well, I would have done, I would have carried on, but I don't really want to do any more damage. So yeah, motor wires come unattached, which is weird because they're quite securely attached on that, and the fans broke wire. Took some big impacts on the front, but everything looks okay. I think anything's broke, and that felt like a different truck in the air. Hopefully you saw that, and the difference on that little baby to that one was night and day. And sometimes you need to drive them at the same time, because you forget. You go one week to the next, but when you drive them at the same, not the same time, it'd be hard, wouldn't it, at the same time, unless I use my mouth to steer, but then you won't be able to hear me talk, which, I mean, what would the point be? But yeah, when you drive them like that, one and then the other, you can massively see the difference. And and it's huge. That's an absolute beast of a stunt truck. Just even in those 10 minutes before it all went horribly wrong, you know, with things breaking and wires coming undone, that was incredible. Now, whether or not that's just because I've you know, calibrated the controller, put the thicker middle diff in, up the punch, whatever it is, that was phenomenal, and that was what I thought that would be like. But the first time I took it out, yeah, it was great, but that was a monster. Granite's brilliant, but that's something else. Anyway, orange trainers. It's about 11 degrees. It's actually quite warm. Saw a nice dog, didn't we? So yeah, nothing broke on that. Nothing's really broke on that other than a fan, so nothing to worry about. So yeah, good day. I'll leave you with a vision of my legs and shorts and trainers. See you later. Try and turn this off.